Magic Johnson test.
Short answer.
Paragraphs.
Multiple choice.
I don't think he got that.
No, he didn't.
No, I
He might have got it. We'll know in a couple weeks.
Oh my God.
Don't share any water with Mike.
All right. What you know about
No blood
paragraph
oaths
tests?
anytime soon. Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to another episode of
we are
DEGEN
back.
Hours. We are back.
Barely.
We just had a long weekend in Vegas. A long weekend.
Long.
We were out there on Thursday. Some of us got back Sunday, and some got back Monday night.
Real long.
Wow.
It was
Real
yeah.
long.
What was it?
Long weekend.
And yeah, we're gonna talk some sports now.
Oh yeah.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
Last week we gave out how we thought the conference championships would go, and we didn't necessarily think they'd be this close to done so early. I mean, the Celtics maybe.
Quick.
I gave out Celtics sweep at plus 250, and they cleaned house
Great
4-0.
Easy.
And that was after game one too.
So much value.
So yeah, a lot of value there. So Celtics in the NBA Finals, they have home court. They're currently minus 230 to win. So they did do that jump that you were thinking to minus 230.
We'll see.
You said closer to 280.
We'll
or
see what
about
the other
two- yeah,
team
we'll
is.
see.
when it comes up.
We have like a
The-
month and a half of rest. I mean, not really, but like it's gonna feel like a very long rest.
Month and a half.
No, okay, it's an exaggeration.
Okay.
Words are tough.
Yep. For some. The Mavs Timberwolves series. A lot of us were on the Timberwolves. I think I was the only one who picked the Mavs to win. I know Mario, you thought it could go 7 and get a little shaky towards the end there.
Yeah.
They've been kind of cleaning up in the end of the fourth quarter. I mean, they started 3-0 for the series. Luka was doing his thing, hit that game winner, step back 3.
That was sick.
Unbelievable to win game 3. And then just last night, they lost game 4. The Wolves have led with 5 minutes left every single game so far. The Mavs closed out the first 3. The Wolves did it in game 4. So it's 3-1 right now.
Going back to Minnesota.
Updated series line going back to Minnesota is Timberwolves plus 460, Mavs minus 620. So
We know what Tyler's betting.
first, before we go into the NBA Finals and what we think that's going to look like, let's take a step back. Does anyone think this series is not over?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, over, you mean as in like game 5 it's over, or just the Mavs are just going to go?
Do you think the
that way?
Mavs, no matter what, will be in the NBA Finals?
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you think there's a chance for the first time in NBA history someone could come back
From
3-0?
3-0.
Yes.
That's
Here,
win
let's-
sanity.
State your claim.
Well, I mean, we talked about it earlier. They're well matched against this team. These games aren't that, like, the Mavericks haven't been blowing them out.
Mhm.
I don't think it's impossible. I mean, going home, I think they could. They just won in Dallas. I think they could go home and say, hey, we've got a good game plan. We played a good game. We could do that again. They're gonna go home with a little momentum. Boom, they win game 5, and then it's 3-2. And then once it's 3-2, you got to win 2 more games. So just like one game at a time kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, yeah, obviously it's never happened in NBA history, but I don't think it's over.
I kind of agree actually with Tate, only because like he said, they match up pretty well, and also through the first 3 games, Karl Anthony Towns had the worst shooting stretch
Ever.
This actually second worst in NBA history.
He kept shooting them bitches.
And tonight he was
Relentless.
what was he 4 for 4, 5 for 5 from 3?
Yeah, he had almost 30.
Yeah. So like, and they won the game. And every other game's been close, and he's been having the worst shooting, second worst shooting
He
slump
did
in
foul out for the NBA.
conference,
Yeah.
finals history. So I don't know. I think if he gets it going, it like I said, it's close in those fourth quarters. It's just like 1 or 2 shots make or break a game. I wouldn't count out the Wolves yet.
I think this next game is so big because this is the game where like it's kind of relaxed. Like it's like you're down 3-0. Like you gotta play. You're not playing to die. Anthony Edwards was laughing before the game. Like gotta get rid of us now. Like you know what I mean. If you win this game, this next game though, then the pressure's on like the Mavericks. Holy shit!
Yeah.
If we lose Game 6 at home, we have to go back to Timberwolves and have the one thing that's never happened in the entire universe in the NBA. Like this next game, if they lose, it's like holy shit. Shit gets real. Like in my opinion, I think this game was more of like. I didn't think it's that big of a deal. The next game, though, if they win and you go and Mavs are coming home on like feeling like a must-win game, or they're gonna shit their pants in Game 7. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't
No,
know.
I agree.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, so I told you before the series that the play here is to bet whoever the series underdog is at the time, and you're just gonna make money.
You make a lot of
So
money.
we bet the Mavs at plus 140 before the series. They were never plus money after game one for the rest of the series so far. They're now minus 620. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The Mavs are 100% winning the series. 100%. There's a 0% chance in my mind, or maybe a 0.01% chance in my mind that the Wolves win.
So
I
there's a
think-
chance.
Yeah, of course there
There's
is.
a chance.
Well, I'm going to tell you what the bet is in a second. But yeah, just to start, I mean, the Mavs are better. They're a better team. They're more experienced. Luka's the best player on either team, and I think it's by a long margin, like a very, 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 very long margin. And then Kyrie, I mean, before this closeout game, he was 14-0 all-time in closeout games. He doesn't really lose those. This was his first loss, and he did not play well. He had 16 points, missed a lot of shots. I don't think that happens again. I do think they close it out in 5. But regardless, there's no way this team's losing 4 straight, especially not with that backcourt. I mean, like we said earlier, the Wolves have been in the game or leading as it's coming to the end. In order to do these things in closeout games, you have to have finishers.
Yeah.
The shots just didn't fall. Mavs missed a lot of free throws at the end there. Anthony Edwards hit a huge step back shot. Like, a lot went right for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And also, one thing that we haven't mentioned yet, the Wolves are terrible at home in the playoffs. They're bad. They're better on the road, actually. They have yet to win a home game in this series. Obviously, they've only won one. I mean, the last series against the Nuggets, they won all their games on Denver's home court. Denver came back, won the games on the Mavericks' home court. So I don't think home court advantage is like the biggest deal, especially in the West so far. I mean, we've seen every team's winning on everyone else's court.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to sprinkle Wolves plus 460 only to cover my plus 140 bet. So no matter what, I can't lose on the series, but I'm not going to put enough to take away the profits that I'm going to get from the plus 140 because I mean, the Mavericks are the play. I think they win the championship, but that's what I'm feeling. Mike, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I pretty much have like a combined. Sorry, might throw a shot after Vegas, by the way, which is why I sound
wonder
like
why.
death.
Yeah.
But I have kind of like a combined
Did you get
logic
tested, by the way?
I mean, I have a few coming up, so we'll see how those
What
go.
is that?
He has a few tests.
Yeah, written.
I don't want. Jesus Christ,
Written
I want to know.
tests.
Yeah, we'll see what
Magic,
happens.
Short answer.
Magic Johnson test.
Short
I
answer.
mean, paragraphs.
Multiple choice.
I don't think he got that.
No, he didn't.
No, I
He might have got it. We'll know in a couple weeks.
Oh my god.
Don't share any water with Mike.
What you know about
No blood
paragraph
oaths
tests?
anytime soon.
Above board, Mike. Above board.
Does that cancel a blood oath we made for the weekend?
Above board, Mike.
All right, family show.
Basketball.
Anyways, yeah, combined
Magic
logic
Johnson.
between you two. I think they lost game 4 kind of because it just wasn't absolutely necessary for them to win. It wasn't like they had to close out and like sweep the series. Even with that being said, what's his name? Luka hit that insane almost 4-point play if he made his free throw, and then it
Guy loves missing free throws.
yeah, who would have known like how that game would have ended? But it's like even with them, in my opinion, not probably playing with like all the pressure behind them, they still almost closed it out. I don't think there's really any reason for them not to just do it either the next game or the game after that for whatever reason. If the Timberwolves were to win next game, like game 5, but yeah, I mean,
So you think?
pretty much just going
Mavs
just
are
going
gonna
with
lock
the
it up.
Mavs.
Ticket's still alive, baby. That's
Yeah,
all
I like
care
it.
about.
Yeah, it's not dead.
It's not
but
dead. That's
The
all I
odds
care.
have gotten a lot closer to what you bet them earlier.
Oh, yeah,
the
I'll take-
updated championship
Double down.
odds: Celtics minus 230, Mavericks plus 240, Wolves plus 1500.
Double down.
So you still have a little juice on top of what the live line
That's
is,
some
but
juice, baby.
not a whole lot. I
Lines
mean, we've
are
kind of
live.
talked about it. If these, given the current odds, I'm taking the Mavs plus 240. I'm taking the Mavs every day of the week. I think they're the best team left. I really do. I think first off, I think they have the best player left in the playoffs by a long margin.
I agree with that.
Very, very long margin. I really think Luka and Kyrie are one of the best backcourts we've seen in a while. Like the last backcourt this good, probably Steph and Clay. But I mean, Clay not as much of a. He was a
He's
shooter,
yeah.
and so it's kind of a little different than the way like these are two playmaking guards where Luka can play the one, but he's like an
Like
off
Dame
one.
and CJ.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah, but
They
that's
used to
not
be
even-
nice.
Ooh,
That's
man.
not even
That's a shock.
semi close. But yeah, I just love the Mavs here. I think, I'm always going with the West. I'm never betting on the Celtics. If you like the Celtics, you could have got them when we said it at plus 100, plus, minus 130, whatever. They're going to have home court. They're going to be rested. Like Mike said, they have a month and a half off. So,
Numbers are.
but yeah, I'm riding with Luka. I think, very similar-esque run to when the Mavs did their run with Dirk and won. I like the way this team's coming up. They're a 6th seed, right? Yep. So give me the Mavs plus 240.
Yeah. First time switch in the entire playoff tournament that I would also take the Mavs plus 240. It's just value there. I mean, it's just like now it's the Celtics are already in and the Mavs are up. It would be completely different if the Mavs were up 3-1. If it was 2-2, 2-1, anything different. But 3-1 is just like they're pretty much in without the biggest choke in NBA history, and it's like you're getting 2.5 to 1. It's just 2 value on a team that's like they do have the best player in the playoffs left. So I just think there's too much value
in the playoffs as well. It was right. It was correct either way.
No.
Tate,
Do you believe
in the
1500?
Timberwolves?
No.
Think it's
Something that's never happened in the history of the
No.
NBA.
No.
I love that.
No.
I love it.
No, the value's in the Mavs.
Yeah.
It's for sure. The bet is the Mavs here. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see the Wolves come back.
Oh, I'd explode.
Yeah, I mean that'd be awesome for Ryan. I'd love to see it. I like that team. I just think they do match up well, and I think they can make a run at it. If anything, like I think they'll win Game 5, and then we'll see about Game 6. So we'll just kind of revisit when we get there. But the bet for sure here is on the to get the most value is definitely Mavs plus 240.
Mike, I know you're a Celtics fan. Are you thinking you're betting the Celtics here?
You have to. He's been on fire.
Gonna keep it real short, nice and simple. If you ever see me bang on the Cavs, you can fucking cut my belly button out from my stomach and then feed it to a pack of fucking dogs,
but
and
what
then
about what about
give that
no,
dog
no.
to an Apache
Let him
helicopter
finish.
and let explode and fly into a Iranian mountain and see what happens to those poor helpless survivors when they don't survive.
So
The survivors that
is
don't-
that why you
Survivors that don't
Is that-
survive.
So most definitely
You like the
betting on the
Celtics?
Mavs.
Wait,
'Cause
why?
Fuck you, Celtics. Fuck you, Boston.
but you just talked about
and
the-
I hate
but
the
you
East
talked about
Coast.
But you just said the
You're talking
Cavs.
about
So
the
last,
Cleveland Cavaliers.
you just said the
You just did
Cavs.
a minute segment on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
So you like the
All
Celtics
right.
here?
All right. So, rewind. Well, I'm gonna keep this nice and short and sweet and simple.
There's no way.
If you can go word for word, bar for bar, word for word, I'll pay you
M
money.
for M.
Yeah.
If you ever see me bang on the fucking Boston Celtics, you can cut my belly button out of my stomach and feed it to a pack of dogs, and then I'll remember something about
okay.
something about how
That's just a strike there. That's just a
Iranian
strike.
No, I
Strike.
got it. I
All
got it
right,
right.
Mike, you'd have to catch Mike.
There
dead
were survivors that didn't survive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Something about
survivors
an
that
Israeli
won't survive.
mountain and
They're all dead.
Iranian.
Everyone's
Iranian,
dead.
yeah.
Everyone's dead. Just like that president. The president of Iran who died in the helicopter.
We're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Jesus
I wasn't.
that is.
Shout out to current news.
Thanks for no help. You still didn't tell us what you're betting.
The Mavs.
The Cavs?
The Mavs.
He's on the Cavs. He's on the Cavs.
He's on the Cavs.
Mario,
Donovan Mitchell.
What are the
Yeah.
odds? What are the
This
odds?
guy's mocking me.
The Cleveland
mocked.
Cavaliers.
I'm actually
Mario.
repeating you, but
I
Oh,
mean,
you're
The
being
Cleveland
mocked.
Mavs.
if it's LeBron and Kyrie Cavs, I would take them right now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, dude. I kind of like the Celtics.
Oh god, that's stupid.
that's close. I don't mind it.
I think the Celtics. I thought the Wolves match up better against the Celtics than the Mavs do. I'm assuming the Mavs are going to be there. So I think the Celtics are probably the best team left, but the best, arguably the best 2 players left in the playoffs are on the
That'd be a
Mavericks.
heavy
So
argument.
it's tough. It's close. I hate the Celtics. So I'll take the Mavs.
All right.
But
sounds like
Celtics
we're riding the Mavericks.
It's close. It's
Yeah.
close.
because we
There's
all
a
hate
Mavs
the Celtics.
room.
We are in LA after all.
Is that a consensus?
Yeah, thanks. Consensus plus 240 bet.
Okay, consensus. All right, Mavs.
Fireworks.
But if you think the Wolves are gonna win, go to Game 6 or 7. Don't be afraid to sprinkle, like Tate said.
I might double.
This is when
I'd
we
probably be
this
a
is
little
when we
bit.
grab the bink both sides.
bink
all the-
double.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've been hitting the Timberwolves, you've hit the Ryan has the plus 2200. Then we sniped the plus 1900. If you sniped this plus
You
1500.
had the plus like whatever 500 to win the series.
You
That's
know,
like a
we're
combined-
just giving you nut after nut.
I
That's
mean,
like a
just-
combined
yeah.
plus
How many
like
units?
12,000
12,000.
12,000. That's a big one.
something.
You've been a real brainchild this
Considering
episode.
considering no bets over 2,200 to get to 12,000 4 bets is crazy.
No, but you're not factoring in multiple units.
You're talking about the odds.
How would
Yeah.
how would that
that
change?
would change.
Brain cells, Vegas.
Yeah, they're
you
not-
It's
know.
all right, Michael lost that. He didn't just lose his voice.
No, Mike, but that was sharp. Plus 120 is like, well, if you put 12,000, you
If you bet it 12,000 times, it's
This
12,000.
is a plus 300,000 mega whale play. It's like, Mike, this is minus 900. But yeah, there it is.
Dang.
NBA playoffs. Hopefully, the series will wrap up pretty quickly and we can get to NBA Finals actual talk and go game by game. But
Oh, yeah.
we got a couple more things to talk about. We got a UFC fight
We're
this
gonna
weekend.
Be talking.
And we got some Champions League for soccer, which some of us are very passionate about.
Kicking the
So
ball
first, let's go
around.
ahead and kick it over to the UFC.
Mm.
UFC 302 is here this weekend. We
Great
got
card.
a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Pretty good card. I
Yeah.
remember when they were first laying these cards out, you were a big fan of 302.
I'm a bigger fan of 302 than 303, even though 303 has
It's
Conor
way
McGregor.
better. 302's way better.
Because as a whole card, yeah, exactly as Ryan said, it's just better. Like,
Yeah. So as always, I mean, the main fight, we got Islam and Poirier. We're gonna start with you, Mike. We know you go through the whole cards. You do your thing. This is where you're sharp. I mean, you and Ryan have been knocking these out of the park.
oh, yeah, come
So
on.
I think
Can't-
we've lost like
come on.
4 or 5.
Can't really.
Yeah, it's worth
out of like
out of like 20.
yeah,
given
30.
We're like 24
25.
and 4 or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
a lot.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm just gonna yield the floor here. Man, I got a couple picks. I think all the guys have a couple picks for the fight, but we'll let y'all go first. Mike, kick us off.
So I actually not limited because it just naturally happened. I have 4 picks, but they are massive.
Well, I've never heard of that before.
This is
4 just.
but they're very, very well thought out picks.
It's kind of electric.
They're all in the main card, and they're the last 4 fights of the night. So let's dive into it. Starting with Jailton Almeida versus Alexander Romanov. Jailton Almeida is going in at minus 260 or 280, 260. Romanov is plus 210. Let me tell you this right now. Alexander Romanov is literally obese.
Okay, good.
No, he's a fat fuck. Like, he's actually just a fat little piggy who you can punch a lot. And because they go, oh, piggy durable, they go, oh, let's put him in front of a lot of people. But no, piggy
durable.
getting hit a lot doesn't make for a good show. What makes for a good show is
durable.
No. What makes
It's like Duracell batteries.
No.
batteries.
I'm talking
The
about.
deluxe
Yeah.
ones.
I'm saying that's a
Roll 'em
negative.
out.
It's a negative for him
I
because
understand.
Yes.
what you need to win is technical ability and like knowledge and physical attributes that are, somewhat in the athletic category. Alexander Romanov is just fat. He just eats. All he does is fat. He has to cut weight for a heavyweight fight. He's weighing at 265, but it's after he's cutting weight because he's fat.
He is a big boy.
He's literally fat. Okay, so all right,
So
sorry.
you
Anyways.
think he's a little overweight?
Just a tad. Anyways, let's talk about Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is 4 of 5, 4 of his last 5. But with that being said, he lost his last fight, which was in 299 against Curtis Blades.
He was winning
He
that
was-
whole fight too.
Exactly as I was saying. Or what I was going to say is that he was murderous. He had 9 takedowns going for his 10th takedown when he literally just missed the takedown. And then Curtis, I'm getting ahead of myself. Curtis Blades just ended up hitting him on the side of the head with the hammer fist. And,
That's when he knocked
shit
you out,
happens.
right?
Yeah, shit happens. But
It's electric.
the entire first round, 9
Remember that.
takedowns. He had
Yeah.
absolutely dominating on standing up, everything. All in Jailton Almeida here. I f***ing love it.
Minus 290 you got?
Minus 260 is what I have.
I see 290 now, but if
He'll
you
be
can get it at
floating.
260, get it at 260.
Yeah, whatever. Also, sprinkle on Almeida by decision because I think his wrestling is going to draw this fight out. And Piggy, like I said, is pretty durable because he's fat piece of shit. So, we'll see what happens. Now, next. we're going to talk about the good side of this. So,
So much excitement, just so
Yeah.
much.
So
He almost prematurely came.
we're gonna talk about a guy
yielded
whose
back.
name is very
No, I
difficult
mean,
to say.
Mike's
His name
brain
is
is just firing on all cylinders.
his name is Mikhail Oleksichuk.
Nice.
Oleksichuk or whatever. But he's plus 225, right? And I'm not gonna talk about he who not who
Dude, what? You
Just had a seizure. He just had a seizure.
I'm not gonna
Mike's
mention the
brain
name
is
of his
just-
opponent because he's stupid and I hate him.
Kevin Holland.
I'm not there yet. Please don't get ahead of me. All right, so
Mike leads the way.
let me talk
say
about
Mike leads
No,
the
no,
way.
His opponent.
let me talk about Mikhail
Never mind.
and what he's been doing since his last fight in the UFC. What he's been doing is he's been hanging out in the US, the stateside, and he's been training. And guess where he's been training at? In the f***ing hood. He has been literally hanging out in the hood. He's getting street. He's getting tough. He wants to know what America's about. We gonna show him what it's about. All right. So this little f***ing bitch, Kevin Holland, gotta hit him. Bring up that f***ing hate list and add Kevin Holland to
Add
the hate
Kevin
list.
Holland to the hate
Because
list, baby.
Here's why. Kevin Holland is a stupid, loudmouth, bad fighter who is only okay. Sorry. All right, I can't do that for very long. But he's only popular because he was just super vocal. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The guy is not talented. He actually kind of sucks. All right. They say he has a like intelligent striking. No, he doesn't. He sucks. All right. So Mikhail lost his last fight because the guy he was fighting against is ridiculously flexible and was able to throw a knee straight out to the body while they were basically in the clinch. That's not gonna happen because Kevin Holland isn't flexible and he sucks.
When a guy
all
is
right.
banging.
So yeah. Wait, what?
Dude,
Michael agreed quickly.
Tyler, you can't say any comments. Mike's brain right now
Yeah,
is
he's
just like
one way.
the most ADHD squirrel I've ever.
So, anyways, Kevin Holland is also coming off a loss against Michael Van Page, who we called in UFC 299.
MVP?
He got his ass absolutely handed to him. And here's also why I love this fight so much. Because Kevin Holland is taking this off short notice. I think he was given like a week and a half notice or something. So he's just caught off his rocker. He just woke up. That guy is just smoking a cigar or doing some bullshit. Right? Not good. Not good at all. But
So what do you like?
Where's this going?
He's betting on Kevin Holland.
I'm definitely not banging on Kevin Holland. He's an unskilled loser. As last one was against Michael Costa
So what's the bet?
or Michael Chiesa, which was in like 2003 or like early
The
2003.
bet on this fight.
Oh, Mikhail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 200.
Yeah, Mikhail. Just
Gotcha.
yeah, easy. Mikhail. All right. Moving on.
Yep, we're
Co-main
keeping
event. Bang. Sean Strickland at minus 235 fighting against Paulo Costa at plus 186. This is an excellent fight. Absolutely electric fight. Both stand-up banging fighters.
They do while they stand. It's impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
What do you mean by that?
All right, so I mean, they're both excellent standing fighters. They both can bang, and
Sure they can, Mike. I'm sure you know.
man, y'all are dirty. All right. Anyways, so Sean Strickland he has become pretty much must-watch television, and although he lost his last fight against Dricus du Plessis, it was a very close fight, and in my opinion, I think he won it, and I think he got robbed of that decision. He should still have his belt, but he doesn't. Oh well. With that being said, he still has a very deadly and a really tough to fight against fighting style, which is you turtle up, you kind of just, it's a Philly shell as his defense. And then for his offense, he just walks everyone down, throws that left jab until you fucking die against the cage, and then he'll just pummel you till you die even more, right? And
America.
now, Paulo Costa is also a very talented striker, but what he's most known for is his overhand rights and his right high kick. So his right head kick. But the one thing about that is that you need space to throw those, and I don't think that he's going to be able to get it. Sean Strickland is known for his consistent pressure. He fights literally every single day in training camp. His endurance is off the charts. I think he's going to be able to just get it done. Sean Strickland, easy, minus 235 here. Done, and done. Last fight of the night, Islam Makhachev against Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
His last fight in UFC.
More than likely his last fight. He said win or lose, he is probably hanging up the belt. Look, Dustin's a legend. If he could go out with the belt, that only seems to be
Fitting.
a fairy tale ending for, a legend of the game. Newsflash, folks, this is not a fairy tale. This is real fucking life. And
That was a bar.
he is going to get his ass kicked. Islam Makhachev is the pound for pound greatest fighter in the UFC.
Ooh.
I mean, it's on
Right
the rank.
now.
He is the number one pound for
He
pound
beat Volk
fighter in the
twice,
UFC.
Yeah. I think it's
And his striking is only getting better. He is getting unbelievable at counter striking. I mean, he's look at him. Like I'm just look at a picture of him. Tell me he's not going to be great on the ground. He's already great on the ground, but look at him, okay? No FBI racial profiling, but you know what I'm saying. You catch my drift.
where they even come
So
That's a wild bar.
Islam Makhachev minus 620, easy. I'm sorry, Dustin. R.I.P. to you. You're a legend. Rest in peace to your career, but you're dead to me for this fight. Bye.
Wow.
All right. Well, there you have it. A lot of good insight from Mike. He gave out 4 fights. For anyone who's new to the channel and just watching this for the first time,
Enjoy.
Mike usually has like 15 picks,
Yeah, this is
and
short.
this was
weird.
not not drawn out because he had less picks. So take this length for 4 picks, multiply that by like 3.5, and that's how long you'd usually listen to Mike talk UFC for.
I
So-
could keep going.
We
you
know.
want
We
me
know.
to?
We know.
We had to close you down there on that second fight. You were going for about 5 minutes, and we didn't get a pick.
I
yet.
hate Kevin Holland. Did you add him to my hate list?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
you
was
should
that,
add him.
yeah.
I
With,
did,
with
Yeah.
plenty of bullet points.
Yeah,
for
I
it,
know.
too.
Ryan, I'm assuming you have
Gosh,
more
such
than
a
4
bitch.
picks.
Yeah, I have more than 4 picks, but I'll keep it brief for you because Mike just loves to just nail every point known to man or non-point known
That's
to
why
man.
we pay him the big bucks.
We pay him
Yeah.
big bucks. Starting
I'm
off with
getting paid.
Mikhail. I don't know how to say Oleksiejczuk.
Oleksiejczuk.
Great, that's how you say him. He's just
Mikhail.
yeah, Mikhail. He's just personally, I just don't like Kevin Holland, and I think fighting MVP last time he fought, he just got embarrassed from a guy who never fought in the UFC, and we loved. I mean, we all picked MVP, but it just doesn't look like the Kevin Holland show anymore. And you're getting crazy odds. It was plus 230. I saw on
Yeah.
a lot of books. So love that. I also love the under. When Mikhail fights, it goes under, no matter win or lose. His last 5 rounds, I think, have gone. His last 5 fights, none have gone under or more than 2 rounds. So I think he's gonna just. It's gonna be a murder, quick, and maybe Holland gets lucky. But I love the under. I do like the plus money there.
Bang.
Next, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Islam's free.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna bet minus 600, 620, whatever it's gonna be.
We'll give out a different pick that's better odds closer
Yeah,
to
when
the
it comes-
fight time when
Oh,
Exactly.
I have
everything
I have the
opens
best
up.
pick on that fight.
Oh, I'm excited.
Even
I-
money.
Submission in the first round is
No,
my pick.
I like submission. I think it's gonna be a quick fight,
Yes.
regardless. So if you like the under, it's gonna be. You're not gonna get
Submission in
it.
the first round.
You're gonna get it at like 160 probably the under. So I do like the under in that fight. But I mean, put Islam in all your parlays. It's almost impossible for him to lose. He is, like Mike said, in my opinion, the best pound for pound fighter in the UFC right now. And then
For right now.
Yeah, right now. I said right now. And then we have Sean Strickland fight. Mike said it perfectly. Everything Strickland does is a perfect matchup. Matchup for Costa. And Strickland was on fire, taking over Storm of the UFC until he just lost. In a fight
should
that
have won.
And people say
should have won.
I don't like it was close and Duplicis fought out of his mind.
He did fight really
And Strickland went away from his game plan. Go back to your game plan,
Yeah, I
stay
didn't think
tight.
Strickland looked great in that last fight.
Yeah.
No, he didn't look great.
He looked terrible.
I
but-
still think he did enough.
That's
In
fair.
my opinion.
That's why UFC is a perfect opinion sport. But I think Sean Strickland, just get back to what you do best. Stay tight, push people to the cage. You'll be fine. I think it'll be a murder. And I also think that fight's going to go the distance. I think those are 2 fighters that Sean can't lose this fight. He's going to make sure he doesn't lose. And you don't rush. He's not going to rush anything. He's going to make sure he plays it smart, plays a lot of that Philly defense, and he'll be fine. The next pick I agreed with you is Almeida.
Yeah.
4 for 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. I mean,
go.
this could get out of hand, ridiculous. The Almeida fight. I mean, Michael said it all. I just like Almeida. I've liked him a lot, and I know these odds, especially on this fight card, are kind of weird. They were closer as of late. They're all like minus 240, 250, 260, and Islam's a million. But I love Almeida, and I think he's gonna knock him out in the first round. If you want to sprinkle something crazy, first round knockout, catches the left, good night. And then I made a little squad ride parlay because we've been hot. Very easy, nothing crazy here. You have Strickland at minus 235, easy win. You have Almeida over Romanov at I got minus 260.
Love it.
Then I have Dawson over Selecki. I don't know if you know this fight. It's on the early pre's. Dawson's on fire, and he's like JD. If you know Jack Della Maddalena, he's so quick and never gives up in the fight. He's just impossible to take down and knock out. I think he's gonna go. He was minus 450, so it's not like a crazy win. And then last one, I put Islam in there at minus 620. This 4 legs paid you plus 190.
Love that.
And nothing. It was all free. You're not getting anything worse. The worst thing you were getting was
Almeida.
the minus. Yeah, exactly. Almeida or Strickland. They're both 235 or 280. I love that 4-card play. Let's stay hot and get on fire.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Really quick. I just have one that I'm not really adding to my card, but something to keep an eye on. The actual very first fight of the night, I'm blanking on his name. He's actually a pretty well-known fighter, but his opponent has switched out 3 times within the past month.
Was it Lima? Or
Yes.
Mitch Raposco?
Yes. And Traposco is a new fighter that they've replaced with, I don't know, 2 other people pretty much. Or that he's replaced 2 other people. So keep an eye out because that might be a pretty good time to take advantage of the book with fighting somebody who's not prepared.
Yeah, I have 3 bets for this fight. Keeping it pretty straightforward. I think Islam whoops ass. And the best bet here is Islam to win by submission at plus 100. So even money for him to just win by submission.
Okay.
I think he does it. I don't think he gets a knockout. I like the under too. So like submission in the first round. I didn't see the odds for submission in the first round, but I would bet that because I already like Islam by submission. That's my favorite bet of the night. Second favorite is Sean Strickland. I think he wins no matter what. And I'm going against the grain here. Give me Kevin Holland as my third bet. Those are my 3.
Favorite. Throw almost 3 1
yeah, I think he wins this one pretty easy. I looked at the other guy and did not like him at all. So, boom, Mario.
I am pretty much aligned with Ryan and Mike on I'm not gonna repeat everything they've said, but just like Sean Strickland fight, agree. Islam Makhachev fight, agree. Jelton Almeida fight, agree. The only difference I had, which I guess is I'm kind of aligned with Tyler. I don't know if I'm feeling necessarily Holland winning the fight, but I think that fight's gonna go the distance for sure. So I like the over in that fight, and then Holland by decision. I guess you could get some decent
So you're
odds
completely
on
in
it.
agreement with me then. But
Well,
Well,
Odds
I
are
like
not
the
outrageous.
I like the over more than like
okay, yeah.
Holland necessarily winning the fight. I just think it's gonna go the distance. I don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Holland.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some juice.
Tate, do you have any picks?
I mean, not really, but I don't really see any reason to like go out of my way to bet anything that our UFC sharps didn't mention already.
Yeah,
So,
I'll definitely I'll be riding the parlay.
That's
Yeah,
squad
that's what I was
parlay.
gonna say, like-
that parlay is fire.
I've watched enough UFC where I know the names, and then there's the guys that I don't know the names of, and like I
Mikhail.
know, yeah.
If
Mikhail.
you don't really have to be watching UFC to have made a lot of money on UFC just watching this podcast.
And that's why I have Mike and Ryan.
facts.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's
I'm gonna be riding the parlay. And
Free checks. If you want free checks, come to DJ.
Exactly.
Bang,
So
bang, bang.
no, 302 should be a really fun fight card. Definitely excited to watch this on Saturday night. And speaking of things that I will defer to the experts on, for the first time on the show, we are going to talk soccer. So Champions League final is this weekend. Myself, not a soccer guy, but we have some huge soccer fanatics who watch every single week, know all the stats, know all the players. So without further ado, let's talk some Champions League.
Let's fry some piggies.
Hello, degenerates. As you can see, the panel looks a little different.
Whoa.
Did a little switch up, a little mix up. We got cameraman Kevin here. We're here to
Heyo.
talk some Champions League soccer.
Yes, sir.
The Champions League finals this Saturday. It's going to be Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortment at Wembley Stadium.
Unlikely matchup, but I like
A
it.
little bit unlikely
I like
matchup.
it. I like it.
And so I
Some
guess
of
we'll
us
just
had it.
kick it off. Real Madrid, as we all know, kings of the Champions
Gods.
League.
Yeah.
Straight gods.
They've won the most Champions Leagues. Their team is very, very strong as usual. And we have Borussia Dortmund making it to the final. First time since 2013.
Crazy.
Kudos.
The underdogs every round which I have profited on, by the way.
Yes.
He
I
has.
have told.
He
I
has.
could attest. I could attest to that.
That's
Yeah.
the-
Every round they've been an underdog. Whether you want to look
crazy.
at, they got lucky with PSV Eindhoven, but then Barcelona, PSG.
PSG one was crazy.
Well, they went through the group stage of death.
the group stage of death. Exactly.
so-
And they've somehow found themselves all the way in the final.
Well, PSG was their last loss in group stage, right? And then they've been undefeated since, like completely
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just kick it off to you guys. Do you think Dortmund has any chance against this Real Madrid team?
Oh,
How are you guys feeling?
I see. Okay, I have a take that I don't think you guys, or I have a hope that I don't think you guys are gonna like.
Say it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, Real Madrid has Courtois back, who's legendary goalkeeper, but he hasn't been playing in Champions League this entire
They
time
haven't needed him.
because they've been
probably
playing later or letterer or whatever. But you just know that they're gonna throw Courtois back in for this final, and I'm hoping just the
Is he
universe.
playing?
Well, yeah, Courtois is back. He's played the past 2 games for La Liga, or they're like regular
But not
season.
Champions League.
No, not Champions League. It's always been.
Yeah.
I don't think
the
they
other
switch
guy.
up the lineup.
See, I think they do. I think the universe punishes them, and I think they also at the same time reward Tony Cruz and Marco Royce as they retire.
Well, you
Give
can't
me-
reward
Yeah,
both
you
of them.
can't
because
reward both of them.
Tony Cruz is on Real Madrid and
no.
Marco Royce is on
Marco-
Dortmund, so they can't
Sorry,
both win.
Nope, my bad. Talking about Marco Royce because Marco Royce is for sure retiring, but yeah,
Tony Cruz is for sure
Yeah.
retiring.
yeah, but
Marco Royce.
Marco Royce is leaving the club.
He's
nah, give it to Marco.
Give it to Marco.
Give it to Marco.
So-
I mean,
So what's your pick, Mike? you like Dortmund or do you like Madrid? But
no, my hope is Dortmund because
Yes.
they are the
Well,
lowest ranking team to make it to a final since 2017 Chelsea. Before that was 2005 Liverpool. Both those teams won, and I'm hoping they continue. a
What
streak
year did Chelsea
of
win?
Wait, 2015, or yeah, 2015, 2017, 20.
if you name
2016.
all the years, you'll get one right.
Somewhere,
How do you get away with it?
it's like 2017,
No.
2018,
No.
2016.
Okay, let's simmer down over there, Mike. Mike's had a
Whenever
long
Chelsea
weekend.
won.
Whatever year, well, they've won multiple times.
Wait,
So
I also want to know why didn't you think we were gonna like that? What was the take that we
I don't
wouldn't
even know
like?
what the take
What
was.
was the take?
Oh, take is that I hope that Real Madrid gets punished and that Dortmund wins.
Okay.
Okay, well, just for starters, Cinderella. First of all, Cinderella story.
Yeah.
I think everyone's hoping Dortmund wins.
Everybody.
yeah,
everybody.
everybody.
does.
Everyone
Yes.
wants Dortmund to win.
I mean, it's gonna be it would be absolutely electric if they
Yeah,
won.
we all know you guys are not
So
the people.
your take is 100% consensus, actually.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
but I don't
That's
know.
what
Unless you got some Madrid fans here. Hey, how are you feeling about this final?
No, I mean, there's no way you're gonna get me off of Dortmund. I mean, Real Madrid. Obviously, they're the better team, but watching them play against this final should have been Bayern Dortmund, and that would have been electric.
That,
That would have been crazy.
That would have
would've
been
been
electric.
crazy.
But
Yeah.
Real Madrid, they just pulled it out of a hat, and classic Harry Kane teams just can't.
I mean,
pull
Harry Kane's
through.
cursed.
No, he's cursed. It's actually
that
crazy.
dude's
And this
trash.
Madrid team has the reverse curse.
It was
where
just sad.
When they're down, when they need 2 goals in the 89th minute, they
get
somehow just they get 3.
Get 3. Absolutely unreal performance. So I guess we're here now, and it's going to be Dortmund, Real Madrid, and I'm definitely hoping, and we'll be sprinkling Dortmund money line.
Dortmund money line, by the way, just all the Dortmund money line minus 450. Real Madrid money line minus 150. The only thing though is that's only for 90 minutes
yeah, because everyone's believing
because
that.
you can draw in 90 minutes
Yep.
and then you go to extra time.
What did you say?
Dortmund's plus 450.
Because it's only the bet is only
no.
within 90 minutes.
Dortmund's plus 280. Real Madrid minus 400.
Whoa,
We're looking at different books.
Whoa, yo.
We're looking at different books.
Wow. I want Tate's book.
I want Tate's book. Too.
I want Tate's book. I'm taking that Tate line. Hey, Tate, can you place a bet for me? I'll
that-
just give you cash.
No.
But is that
What
the
is
win?
it? What is it?
90
What is
minute
it?
result. Dortmund plus 440.
Oh!
Real Madrid minus 165.
Whoa!
90-minute result.
Oh, that's what
Whoa!
that's what I just said.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and which is just incredible value. Plus 450. If you're getting a team plus 450 in the final, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And who's been on fire?
absolutely on.
Fire.
Well, on fire in Champions League.
What are they playing in?
I mean, well,
But this is the Champions League final. Mike.
no, I know, but like over their whole year has been misery outside of Champions League.
I mean, they made the Champions League in their league. They finished like top 3, top 4.
They finished 5th in Bundesliga.
They
And
did- they
if
did
it
finish
wasn't,
fifth.
Oh,
and
they
if
did
it wasn't
finish
for
They
the
did
format
finish
change and them being in the final, they wouldn't be in Bundesliga next year.
That's not true. They
That
wouldn't
is
be in the
100%
Champions League. They'd be in the Bundesliga. They wouldn't get relegated from their league.
No, it's true. Yeah, 5th. That doesn't make sense. That was
Christ.
bad logic. But still, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm feeling everything you're saying, Mike. Mike's
Yeah,
been
dog.
absolutely on fire this entire podcast.
I mean, I'm spitting facts.
Kevin, I'm gonna kick it over to you. Kevin, how
800
you feeling?
languages.
About
No,
this?
yeah. The hope is for Borussia Dortmund to win.
Hey.
What are you betting though?
Dude, I think I think this game, 90 minutes, is going to end in a tie. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Love that.
And
I love that.
and I think it's going to go into extra times. These two teams, you can't count out Borussia Dortmund. Like, the whole game, Real Madrid will have the ball. Like, most of the game. That team, like, when you have Cruz, Bellingham, you have Vinny, those guys are just going to be holding the ball the whole time. The only way Borussia is going to score is on the counterattack.
Yep.
So, they just got to get lucky one time. They just got to get lucky one time, which I feel like they could pull out. So, my only bet would probably be the tie. So I don't know what the tie
It's
is.
plus 330, right?
It's plus 310
Plus
for the
310.
90-minute result, and then
Yeah.
1-1 tie plus 700.
I'm betting exact score 2-1 Borussia Dortmund. End of 90 minutes.
Exact score. Oh,
Exact
can you get
score.
those? Can you get those odds right away? That's electric.
Because I think Dortmund scores first, and then Real Madrid, they score early and first. Real Madrid plays their game. They score,
one back.
Get one back.
80th minute
and
comes.
then it's going to be, real tight, real tough fought. And then
Wait, who's
out
technically
of
the home
nowhere
team?
on the counter,
Madrid?
bang, Borussia Dortmund scores
team?
with 10 minutes left in the game, and they just play absolutely filthy. And then, bang.
Plus 1,600, Mike.
Oh, my God.
2-1 Borussia
make
Dortmund
it,
win.
Make it plus 1,000. I'll still take it. Bang.
Okay, so Mike's been exact score.
Exact score,
2-1.
2-1.
But at worse odds, plus 1,000, not plus 1,600.
No, I'll take them both.
Oh.
Yeah. Plus 2,600.
Yeah, but back to the game.
Numbers.
The value is all in Borussia Dortmund,
Oh, yeah.
but Real Madrid's like so strong. So you just don't know what they're gonna do. Like they could play like shit and then just pull it out of their ass in the 80th minute. They've been doing it the whole season in La Liga and Champions League. So you just don't know what any of these teams are capable of. So
I have to say the problem with this game too is that if you're watching it and Dortmund somehow scores early or like anytime early in the second half, you're going to be watching that game on the edge of your
Oh,
seat.
yeah.
the whole time.
Shitting your
Uncomfortable the whole
The
time.
whole time.
Because Real Madrid will have possession of the ball the entire time.
for sure.
And
Yep.
Dortmund's going to have to get a little bit lucky to win this game. It's a little hard to actually to look past the minus 165
Yeah.
for Real Madrid,
It's such a
especially
good
because
number.
they've been there, they've done it. They're just a
routine.
winning team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's routine. Just electricity's in Dortmund.
Yeah.
But
Everybody wants it.
You don't want to have money on Dortmund because
No.
and the only like good result about if Dortmund just is down like 3-0 at halftime. And then you're just like, "Oh, okay, then no
It's
worries.
over.
This is over. Real Madrid is just better." But if they're ever like even up 2 goals, you're still a little uncomfortable.
Do you guys think at all experience plays into this game? Because Real Madrid
100%.
is so... Well,
What?
just because Real Madrid is so young.
When does experience not play into it?
I
What-
mean, the fact
What does the age have to do with experience?
kind of one and the same, isn't it?
But this majority of this team is.
But what
won
about
a
Borussia
Champions-
Dortmund?
Also, a
What
majority of
experience is there?
the only player
That's a good
The
point.
only player on this Madrid team that in the starting lineup that hasn't won a Champions League is Jude Bellingham, and it's his first year. This entire team has won a Champions League. Some of these people, they're going for number 6.
No, that's insane.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I was just looking. I was only asking the question because, like, you look at the average age of both teams, right? And Real Madrid is just
Age doesn't.
so much
It doesn't-
younger.
Age
because-
doesn't mean
There's
as
only
much.
2 players on Borussia Dortmund that were on that 2013 final, and it was Hummels and Royce.
and Royce, yeah.
Yes.
So experience would go to Real Madrid.
Is this like a little bit of a red spot for Jude Bellingham?
A red spot? What do
What do you mean
I'm
red?
sorry, a revenge spot.
I don't know if it's
Okay,
revenge,
not revenge,
mean-
but
But
it
it
is
is-
kind of funny.
It is
They
fitting.
did him
It is a
good.
little funny that he's now playing his former club in the Champions
Well,
League.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
It's
is
crazy.
crazy how that worked out.
The
I mean,
universe.
Dortmund known for having young players become some of the best players in the world. Erling Haaland,
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham. As far as this game, though, I think all the values on Dortmund.
No, yeah.
Plus
100%.
450. Listen, if you have any semblance of like, or if you followed soccer at all for any amount of years, I mean, you're rooting for this team. They like Mike said, they got legends, Hummels, Marco Royce. I mean, they got that brutal loss back in 2013. They're back again 11 years later. I mean, especially Marco. I just want it for Marco.
Everybody wants it.
He's been at the same club his entire career. Could have easily left at his peak, one of the best, playmakers or center mids, and could have easily gone to like a top team to compete.
Well, hey, we saw Bayern just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Like Bayern they were beating Madrid. Like Dortmund can do it. There's a path. I think that's
There is
why.
a path.
I think
It's going to
that's
be
why-
very difficult. They're like
It's
Kevin
very
said.
difficult.
I agree with Kevin. I think they're going to have to play the counterattack here.
Yeah.
That this midfield for Madrid is absolutely
It's
ridiculous.
insane.
I mean,
It's
Tchouaméni,
insane.
Valverde, Cruz. They have
Not to mention the guy sitting
Wait,
on the bench.
is
they have Bellingham. They have Modric, who comes on in the 70th minute, another legend.
Isn't Tuchemani going to be out?
I don't think
He's.
so.
I think it's probable that he's out.
Well, I mean, then they have Modric.
Yeah,
Either way,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I
that
know
team,
that.
that
They
team,
have
that
so much
team is
depth.
so deep.
And-
They have a
so-
lot of depth, but
and, I mean-
Tuchemani's great.
And this Dortmund team, they don't really have people that are going to possess the ball the way Madrid do. The one thing about this Dortmund team that I love is this defense. Mats Hummels,
Good luck.
Nicholas Schlotterbeck. I mean, I've just been holding it down. Rarison Matson on the wings. I think no matter what, this game is going to be close. Just because the way, if you just look at the entire way Dortmund's got here, I mean, they don't ever really blow out teams. I mean, they have, Nicholas Füllkrug as their striker. I mean, Adeyemi, I think will play.
Sancho comes in and then he's a big
Sancho's
help.
looked amazing, but I
Yeah.
think, they're pretty much a counterattack team,
Yeah, for
a
sure.
corner kick team. They get lucky with some headers or something. That's how Hummels won against PSG on their last leg. But I think this game's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. I think there's a lot of value in draw, too, if you think this is going to go to extra time. I think no matter what, the depth that Madrid has, the longer this game goes, plays into their favor.
Yeah.
So if you like
Yeah.
to live bet,
100%.
I think
Live
especially-
betting in the 80th minute is so worth it in this game. So
Yeah, because I mean, at minimum in a final, you're gonna get 5 minutes of extra time. I think there's a lot of value if you want to live bet Madrid. I mean, especially Madrid, because they just find a way late in games to always pull out a goal in just the biggest stages. But if Dortmund go up early, I'm telling you, do not be surprised if this defense holds it down, because they have not conceded any goals. I'm riding with Borussia Dortmund. I absolutely love this team. I love Marco Royce. I hope he gets one.
yeah.
It's sad that we're seeing legends, at least legends I grew up watching and trying to play, like Cruz, Modric, Marco Royce. They're all kind of coming to an end here. Carvajal as well. Should be a good final, though. Should be a good final. I don't know if anyone has anything else to add.
I've got a little pick to end, or just I've got a good pick to give out. Both teams to score in the 90-minute period, minus 150.
I love that.
And then
I love it.
okay, but it's not. Yeah, I'm. That's like a yeah. If you can bet that, I'm not gonna bet that.
Oh, okay, I'm not. Okay.
That's not the bet I'm gonna
Not gonna
have.
bet that
Okay,
either, then.
the over of 2.5
definitely
at
paying
minus
that.
150, so the same odds. I mean, if they think that there's a good chance that both teams are gonna score, there's gonna be 2 goals in the 90 minutes. I think someone will can
that
score,
third
can
goal.
get that easily, get that third goal. I think that's a great bet to just have. I think there's value there, so I think
it's gonna be a good game.
yeah, over
It's gonna be a good game. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
over 2.5, Dortmund.
Over 2.5 Dortmund.
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 Nah, I got to keep it tied, dude. I think that's the
Okay,
bet.
tie.
Yeah, the tie at 1-1. That's where I'm having it. So
Majority Dortmund. We're riding Borussia Dortmund.
Exact score 2-1 Dortmund.
So
I think so. That's all we got. That's what we got for the final. Tate, if you want to wrap it up, tell the people what they should do.
Send this out.
First time ever, Champions League on the pod. We're giving out picks all day long. Stay tuned. Content coming more this week. You boys go down below, and girls, subscribe.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Going
Give us a
down below.
thumbs up. Comment on the video, share with a friend,
Inclusivity.
and turn that notification bell on
Ding, ding,
for
ding,
more
ding,
of
ding,
this
ding,
content
ding.
right here, baby.
Yes.
Bang!
We'll see you guys
Deuces.
next week.
Deuces.
Bang! Boom, 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 boom. Bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. Bang.